So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Goes for the header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Jimenez cuts out the pass, opts for safety. And it's Rice.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Mbappe, Cliver, and he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Lewandowski, Nuno Mendes. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and...
Bruno Fernandes! In he goes again! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Haaland. And he's had it nicked away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Kimmich. Bellingham. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. Kluivert.
Might want to be careful there.
Kluivert, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's really well manoeuvred. And he's cut it out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kimmich. DiMarco kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Knocks it into space. Mbappe. Ah, oh, such a clever touch. And it's Rodri. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Bellingham gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Thuram. Jimenez. Aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. Van Dijk. For Kluivert. Over to the left. Now it's Kluivert. Thuram. Rodri cuts it out. Now it's Haaland. Nuno Mendes. Haaland turns and goes back. Koundé. Oh, they can break here. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Out towards the flank. Thinks about the shot. That's a cute ball. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Haaland. Chance, surely! Goal! First blood drawn. Simplicity itself.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Bellingham. And it's Kimmich. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's gone loose. Chance to... Oh, what a climb! Koundé clears. Thuram.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Kluivert is onto this. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of... And the referee brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Gets a good foot in there. Kimmich threads one in. Bellingham. Played out wide. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Not Bellingham! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Kluivert plays a sharp little ball here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's on it. Can he get away? Rodri with the clearance. Quality ball. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Now it's Mbappe. DiMarco. Kimmich. That'll be a throw. Rice. Yildiz. And it's Mendez. For Rice. Now it's Thuram. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, good-looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. Turns back here, probably the best option. Looking for a runner. Giao calmly anticipates. Foden. Great ball, and he's having a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Haaland. João Neves. That is lovely. Just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kimmich. Yildiz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Neves. In with the challenge. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's Koundé. And he lines up a... He's got tall! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now that's well seen too. Early ball out from the back. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Haaland gets into a good position. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And claimed it back swiftly. Vitinha. That's a little off target. And that's put paid to a promising move. Mbappe! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. He's having a good look here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
He's gone direct. Brilliant save from Donnarumma. Yildiz gets good distance on it. And here's Foden.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, well played. And he can clear it away.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Rice really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And here's Thuram. Vitinha. Chance! Oh, it rattles the bar. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. Into extra time we go. DiMarco. Here's Vitinha. Knocks it out wide. Ball is over the line. Gravenberg. And it's Neves. Now it's Haaland. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shot could go for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's a real chance missed.
Haaland fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Gravenberg. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, nicely intercepted. João Neves. Now then, the ball's come loose. Opts to play it back. Gravenberg. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Cross to the back post. Nice interception, well timed. Well read, nice interception. And that's it for the first half of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And we're off for the final time. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gravenberg. Plays the return pass. Vitinha. Yildiz. Alvarez. Yildiz. And here's Alvarez. It's an inviting looking ball, that. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now that looks a decent ball. Vitinha receives it in a wide position. Szoboszlai tries across.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe! Oh no, what has happened? Shot a goal! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! And that's it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And that pass is somewhat... Bruno Fernandes! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's going to go a long way. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Bellingham. Played back to the goalkeeper. Nuno Mendes. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he cuts out the supply. Tries to play it through. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he's surging through. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And that's definitely not his best. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Hiucb, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can out...
Haaland! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Rice has a look and plays it forward. Plays a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Nice looking ball. He's through here. And he's managed to get rid. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Thuram. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Haaland. Oh, this looks sharp. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And it's De Bruyne. DiMarco.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Looking tidy in possession here. De Bruyne. Cleared without hesitation. Mendes with the clearance. Lewandowski. Oh, that's fabulous. Thuram engages and forces him off the ball. And that has been clubbed away. Bellingham. Bellingham touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
To Bruno Fernandes. Back into the middle. Lever tries a shot! And one more try! It's in! There is the breakthrough! Thuram duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the...
And he shoots! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. Might want to be careful there.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Bruno Fernandes picks it up out wide. Haaland chasing after it. And it's Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Chance! Sticks it away! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goals.
And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's had a hit! And here's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it out wide, played back in. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Haaland. Giao cuts out the pass. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Haaland. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Thuram. Bellingham. And it's made its way to him.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Haaland. And here's Mbappe. Now it's De Bruyne. A lot of space ahead of him. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's found a way through. Mbappe with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Played out wide, and he welcomes it in. Bellingham. That's a lovely, neat pass. Rice. Oh, it's played into the area. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Mbappe.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. João Neves did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Thuram. Mbappe looking to run onto it. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Neves. Mbappe! Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Alvarez. DiMarco. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Mbappe. Szoboszlai. Rice. That's a good ball out wide. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, they can break here. Mbappe. He has found the way through. And it's Grimaldo. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Kimmick's cross. Up he goes! It's there! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
So, a breakthrough already. Giao does well to get it back. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, terrible pass. Bellingham. And here's Haaland. And he's running through. Haaland! And the ball's come loose here. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's been played through. Thinks about the shot. Judge, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, he's been caught napping. Nuno Mendes. Bellingham. This is promising. Now it's Thuram. Look at the space here. And it's Bruno Fernandes. There's the shot! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Can he get onto this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rodri. Passing nice and neat. DiMarco. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, well played, well played. Rice. And the pass is intercepted. And he shoots! Sensational from Haaland! A finish right from the top draw. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now, can they get him away? Crunching tackle. Rodri. Lewandowski. Koundé makes the interception.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking. The pass has gone astray. Rodri. DiMarco. Nicely shaped ball. Kimmich spots it and intercepts. Nuno Mendes. Here's Haaland. And it's lofted through here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And he's gone backward here. And it's half-time here. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. Here we go again then. Mbappe. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Nicely spread. It's a promising position. Kimmich. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bellingham. Rice. Lewandowski. De Bruyne.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Thuram. Now it's DiMarco. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Giao.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Chance for a shot! Bruno Fernandes looking under... That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Rodri has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. And it's Lewandowski. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Thuram is onto it in a flash. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Threads one in. It's played through for him. He's got away. And this is De Bruyne. Thuram. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Lewandowski. Neatly clipped into space. Mignon getting this one clear. Rice. No, that's been intercepted. Looking to play him in. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Bruno Fernandes. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Played with finesse. Oh, smashing header! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Big header! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Rice goes direct.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nicely shaped ball, and he was quick to react. Played with speed from back to front. Great defending, strong and determined. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Rodri. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's DiMarco. Has crossed into the middle. And he's gone looking for safety. DiMarco. That's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Haaland. It's a searching pass, and he's worked it through.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Flings in. Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
So it is still 0-0. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. Nicely weighted ball. The ball goes in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's Bellingham. Bruno Fernandes tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he decides to cross it. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bullish header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Thuram. That's good running with the ball.
Such good technique.
Mendes gets a foot in here. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Some really good ball movement. Brilliantly cut out. Quality ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Bellingham. Great vision. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Kimmich. Nice sequence of passes this. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Great work on the overlap. Up he goes! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're off again. So neither side has yet broken through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Bellingham.
This is the time you need that pace.
Knocks it out wide. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he stop it going out?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Mbappe! It's a goal! There is the breakthrough! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Nuno Mendes has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's a decent clearance. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. And here's Lewandowski, and the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rice. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
No, he's had it taken off him. Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Oh, super ball. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. And that's another good win of the ball. Hiucb looking for a runner. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Grimaldo. It's Van Dijk. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Haaland. And he's forced to go back. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Looking for options for movement. And here's Foden. He's picked his way through.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Haaland. And no, that was never going to make it. And he welcomes it. He's had a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he's there to clear it.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Rodri. Koundé. Kubo. DiMarco. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get it through? João Neves. And here's Haaland. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, that's nice. And he's whipped it across. Rice. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I've been in this position myself, and this will be difficult to take. They did everything right but score, but at least I suppose they can reflect on a few positives from this one.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.